So guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today, as I promised, we're gonna do a meal using the chicken legs and thighs that I par cooked and canned. I am super excited to taste this, and I'm gonna do everything from the pantry. I didn't have to go to the store for anything, and when I say pantry meal, I mean my four-corner pantry. That means my cabinets, my pantry closet, my refrigerator, my freezer, and my home canned pantry, and my freeze-dried pantry. Maybe it's a bigger corner meal than I thought. Anyway, so today we're gonna use several things from Thrive. I've got them over here in my modular mates from Tupperware, which keeps them ultra fresh. And I'm in a humid climate. I have not had any of this start to kind of or get some moisture to it. If they weren't in these airtight containers, they would. And so you definitely want to be mindful of that, but I love these. And these, I get asked all the time, these fit my cabinets front to back and top to bottom. These are a number 5 super oval. So that fits 2 number 10 cans. And you can see, you guys, if you don't believe that I use it all the time, when I showed you my pantry tour, these were full. Now they're not. So I do use this every day. So let's get to the recipe, and we're gonna open our jar. Do you wanna come in? Because I really wanna bring you in close. I have well, it's already cooked. I cooked off some jasmine rice in lieu of this, and I may actually do with some of this a fried rice, but we'll see. I have some sour cream, some creamy chicken, 98% fat-free creamy chicken. Our chicken with the broth, I'm gonna strain off the broth, and then all of our veggies, and it's gonna be simple and delicious. And I'm using the lightweight Ultra Pro 9x9 pan. You can start this in the microwave and finish it in the oven. I actually am gonna use the oven for the whole cook because I really want it to get caramelized around the edges, and I might melt some cheese on there because I'm naughty. This is my cheat day, so cheat day away from Weight Watchers. All right, so you're here to see it. And okay, so let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is move this out of the way, out of your view, so you can see me open the jar. And they had a nice seal. The headspace stayed really good, and very little fat. You know, your fat rises to the top. It smells amazing. But I'm gonna drain off the broth because I may not need all this. And it's gonna be a concentrated, kind of a collagen-rich bone broth, because it does, when you cook it with the bones, you're gonna get a thicker, almost gelatinous broth out of your chicken. So let's get some, I need a bowl. Let's get some chicken in a bowl. Okay. So I've got the chicken in the bowl. There's a cup of gelatinous stock that drained off that. I'm just gonna use my jar to put the stuff that I don't want. Look at this. This chicken is fall apart tender. It smells so good. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this all boned out. So look how easy this comes off the bone. Now there's 3 pieces of chicken here, and the reason I do the small batch canning, obviously, because it's just me. And you know, I mean, I have guests and I have family and stuff, but for the most part, I want to make sure that I don't have to go, I want chicken, but I don't want to use that big giant jar of chicken. So this helps me. And obviously I could share with Shotzi, but I'm careful with the herbs I use for her. So, okay, absolutely fall apart tender. Make sure you get that pin bone out. And I'm gonna tell you, when you, look at this, when you pressure can chicken with bone on, look at this. This bone just crushes in your hand. That I will put, there's no splinters. This is soft. I will put that in my dog's dog food. super good for her. We got all the nutrients of the marrow in the broth that this made. So really and truly, this is probably, for this cheat meal chicken, this is probably a cup and a half of chicken. So I'm good to go. And I'm gonna take these gloves off and we'll move forward. We're gonna move on to step 2. And that means we need some rice and chicken in our casserole dish. So I think I'm gonna use all the chicken. I wasn't going to at first. I was gonna save part of it, and I probably could. Let's try to, because this would make me a couple chicken tacos. Let's try to do 2 meals with 1 jar. Okay, good thinking. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside. Okay, we're gonna break up this chicken a little bit, just because, yeah, I can make a nice little chicken casserole for myself, and oh, it's gonna be good. I'm excited. So just enough to cover this 9x9 a little bit. You don't need a ton. And then rice, okay. I definitely wanna grab up some rice. And I'm gonna probably put, I am gonna count this, so that's probably a cup. So I'm gonna say a cup, maybe a cup and a half. Okay, a cup and a half of rice down here, because it is a chicken and rice dish. And I use jasmine rice, and I cook this in the smart multi-cooker. I was able to make 4 cups of it all at once. Tender and fluffy, perfection. No boil over, it's just awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead with sour cream. So a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Okay, and now our cream of chicken soup. And this, like I said, this is 99% fat-free. And you're gonna have a lot of liquid because we're gonna be refreshing some veggies with the Thrive, okay? And now I can go forward with my Thrive. And now I have, I want about 1/4 cup of peas, maybe not even that. A couple tablespoons of freeze-dried peas from Thrive. I've got zucchini, a little bit of zucchini. And you can hear how dry those veggies are. And living in a humid climate, that's a plus. I love these. I can snack on the red bell peppers from Thrive. They're delicious. You open the container and go, oh, sweet red bell peppers. So you can crumble them up as small as you want. I want some mushrooms. Same thing. I better have some extra. And you can break them up. Break them up. These are just white button mushrooms, but they come back to life in a matter of seconds. And of course, my all-time favorite, 1/3 cup of celery. Okay, so let's get this all mixed together. And look, this is enough for 2, maybe 3 people. It's gonna be really, really good. And all out of your pantry. So let's say, you know, I mean, we have another storm coming in and they're giving us all kinds of warnings. And here, more so than Nevada, where I came from, okay, see, it's dry. It's kind of dry. So we're gonna add some of that broth. More so here than Nevada, I find that we end up with storm warnings and then the shelves get emptied like within a matter of hours. People go and they panic. Doesn't that look beautiful? So this is a really nice creamy chicken casserole. I could have done this in the Micro Pro Grill too, but I want to put this in the oven. I'm going to top this with a little bit of cheese just because I can. And I better taste the flavor profile before I finish off because I might need some pepper. So let's get a little bit of... Oh my gosh. That is over the top chicken dinner. Holy mackerel. That is delicious. Ooh, I'm super excited. I don't know if I want to top it with cheese or if I want to top it with something crunchy because we're going in the oven. I think I'm going to put it in the oven at 350, and it's, you know, it's only, you know, an inch and a half, maybe an inch deep because it's just, you know, a small portion. So I think I'm going to make my deciding factor. I might make a little bit of a panko breadcrumb topping instead of cheese and save a little bit of calories. I don't know. Okay, so come back and see what I end up with. Okay, so I just took this out of the oven. It was at 350. When I put the panko on, after it was all bubbly and the cheese is melted, then I go ahead. Ooh, can you hear? It's crispy. I go ahead and brown it off in a 400-degree oven. So yes, I'm just gonna have a little itty bitty. You know what? When I do a cheat day, I don't need much, and I'm not gonna count this. This is coming out of my weekly. Wait, what? Oh, look at that. A little steamy. This is coming out of my weekly points. Whew, I better grab everything that came in that little section, right? And so, you know, a half a cup of goodness. Will that be enough? I hope so. I'm gonna let this cool enough that I can taste it for you. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just risk it. Oh, it's so cheesy and delicious. Oh. What do you think? I think it looks fantastic. Oh my gosh. It's delicious. You have all those veggies from Thrive. You have the crispy topping. Even if you didn't have the crispy topping, you could do a cheese topping. Oh my goodness. I have to have another bite before I bring you over in person. I hope you try it, and I hope it inspires you to come back next time. I hope if you're not a subscriber, you hit subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notified, because I know a lot of people are not getting notified even though they're a subscriber, but you have to resubscribe. Anyway, yeah. Leave me a comment if you want to see something else out of the home canned pantry, because these recipes are unbeatable.